And welcome to the CTN Game of the Week. I'm Kevin Bryant. I'm joined with three special guests for our pregame interview. And we're going to throw a little twist here. I'm not going to run the interview. Maggie, you're going to run the interview.
Okay, so Melissa, obviously this is one of your last games as a senior here at Huron. What is one of your favorite memories playing for Huron soccer?
Oh my gosh, hard question. I don't know. There are a lot, but I honestly I think beating Pioneer last week was a pretty good memory. I think it was the first time I've ever beat Pioneer, so that was a good one.
Definitely one to remember. So tonight it's a big crosstown rival game. Anna, what do you expect out of the game today?
I expect great things from this team. A lot of possession, a lot of scoring opportunities, and hopefully some in the back of the goal.
I expect the same. Thank you.
Nice job. I might have to, work on my skills there. Well, these are our senior captains. We'll be right back with the start of our match. And welcome back to the CTN Game of the Week. I'm Kevin Bryant. Now I'm joined in the booth with Pete Poirier. Pete, as I introduce you, I'm a little worried about my job here. And Margaret did a great job with that pregame interview, man.
Hey, there's always another broadcaster up and coming to take your place. So
Wow.
You always got to be worried about who's going to knock you off the perch.
I seen my future.
We are underway on the field. Skyline in Huron Soccer. Thank you for joining us this evening on CTN Sports.
Last conference game for these two teams, Pete, and when they met about 4 weeks back, 0-0, 0-0. No score on the board, so let's see who gets off to a fast start. Huron has actually been putting the ball in the net on a high rate as we see Mia Long maybe take the first opportunity here.
Yeah, 4 and 6 and 8 goals. That's quite a scoring barrage. Well, Huron controlling the pace of play at the moment. That centering pass does not connect. Possession will go over to Skyline.
Well, we couldn't have picked a better day to have the last CTN Game of the Week. Best weather we've had all year long. Man, picture perfect out here.
That's got to be in the upper 70s, partly cloudy skies.
Nothing on the Doppler 4000?
No rain in the forecast, and really not terrible on humidity either. Nice breeze blowing through the booth, so pretty comfortable, and it will continue to get so as the sun heads down in the sky.
At beautiful Riverbank Stadium.
40-minute halves. There's intercept there by Skyline.
Last conference match, as I mentioned earlier, Pete. Unfortunately for the Eagles, they had they did the district drawing earlier today. Oh my goodness, they have to face number 10 ranked or number 9 ranked Saline to open up districts a week from today. So this match tonight is a preparational match for the Eagles.
It's a tough draw in your opening game of the playoffs, but you got to play them one time or another, these good teams, eventually. So you may as well get it out of the way right off the bat.
You never know, too, right? So, hey.
Oh, errant pass out of bounds there. This will go back to Huron. So throw in for Skyline. Out of bounds, throw in for Huron. The Rats will try and move it upfield. And another pass out of bounds.
Looks like that's Taryn Emerson. No, that's to walk. The forward throwing in, the senior forward for the Eagles. That's a good shot of Brad Ewert, the Huron coach. That's a guy that's been pretty pleased with the offensive output, as you were mentioning earlier, Pete. And as I was speaking with him last night, he was saying it really goes to all of the team, you know, the senior leadership. They play very well together, good communication out on the field. He's been very pleased with the progress of the Lady Rats.
Yeah, both these teams with winning records, as you saw in the opening graphic. So it should be a competitive match throughout.
Very competitive match, that first meeting. Just not a lot of scoring opportunities for the Eagles. Only really 2 good opportunities late in the match that were just on goal but just couldn't make it to the net.
And that ball through the end line. Oh, goal kick for Huron.
Isabel Brinkley in the net for the Rats.
Nice pass downfield for Huron. Quickly into the Skyline zone.
Looks to be a real good scoring opportunity here with the corner kick coming in.
Taking the corner for Huron, number 20, Jeff Baker.
Watch that mic brush.
Both teams doing a little feeling out here. Both teams with a couple of rushes downfield. No real pure scoring efforts, opportunities quite as of yet, but you can see each team trying to test the other's defense.
And you can see that the Rats right now are doing a good job of trying to put the pressure on by keeping possession. It's nice, helpful work there by the person not in the game, showing off her footwork, right?
Always got to help out.
That's what they say. You just don't see it too often. Refreshing, though, right? So these teams are kind of leaving off where the first match of, you say feeling out, but kind of even Steven when you look at the records and the play so far.
Skyline trying to work it in for an opportunity, and there is a score. Skyline gets on the board first, and they lead 1-0. 32 minutes and 17 seconds to go in the first half.
Katula went upstairs top shelf right over the keeper's head, and the sophomore with the first goal of the entire series. It's a great setup there for the pass.
Nice play by the Eagles.
And Fonville sets it up after this pass here. Nice assist. Better goal. Well, we were talking that the Eagles are going to have to really sharpen up their skills heading into districts. That's a great way to start it off.
That ball out of bounds will be a throw in for Skyline.
There's that back kick again.
Skyline trying to work it downfield again, get another scoring opportunity. Ball is out of bounds, so back to Huron. Throw is over the head of the would-be Huron receiver. So back to Skyline it goes. Nice footwork there. Now race for the ball downfield into the corner, and can't be kept in bounds. So it'll be out of bounds over the end line to be a goal kick for the River Rats. Skyline doing a pretty good job of intercepting the Huron passes out of their own zone.
And really doing a good job of putting the pressure on the Rats defense.
Another goal kick for the Rats.
Very good passing going on by the Rats there to advance the ball.
That continues down the field, but too far for anyone on the Huron side. Picked up by the goalkeeper and booted away.
Just a little too aggressive on that forward pass there.
Under 30 minutes to play here in the first half.
Obviously, the Eagles came across town with different thought process in mind as far as the last conference game at home for the River Rats trying to celebrate their season. We mentioned when these two teams met, Pete, last, they tied the game. Since then, both teams have been really on a tear.
Well, both teams wanting to, that's what you want to do at the end of a season. You want to start playing better at that time, heading into playoffs, and both these teams are doing that.
Some folks trying to keep their footing out there. Some collisions going on.
That attempted score was way over the net and out of bounds.
Well, again, that scoring recap, Pete, the first goal of the match initiated by some good passing and footwork from Fonville, finding Katola for the first goal. Only goal.
Have a corner kick opportunity here for the Eagles.
There's 2 people over there. What's going on here?
That's
little trickeration.
Yeah, they try and do a little deceptive action over there with 2 people. It's quite common.
Well, you got me.
If you watch a little English Premier League soccer, you see that a lot.
Football?
Correct. I won't even attempt to mimic that. That was perfect, Kevin.
Nice.
27-20 to go here in the first half. Skyline with the lone goal so far. They lead at 1-0 here on CTN Sports. Hope you're enjoying all the action on a sun-drenched Riverbank Stadium.
We've earned these days, Pete.
We sure have.
And it's been a tough, especially on a lot of the spring sports. You know, we really wanted to cover some different sports, and sometimes the game of the week can't be played when Mother Nature is dialing up. You know, the forecast last minute, you get these storms coming in. El Nino
camera
effect.
people can't operate in lightning, so, we just want to keep them safe.
Yes, camera people, the producers, they're not even that tough in the truck sometimes. I guess the wind is blowing. I guess they can't call the cameras up at the right time.
Well, and if the lightning would strike the truck, that would be bad.
Some would say that's not bad. That's kind of an indication of certain other things.
Divine intervention.
I like that. Well, again, the Eagles have really taken control of this match early, and now since that first goal, you kind of see the Huron team kind of discombobulated, not really, on the same page. And some of the passes on their breakaways have been a little bit, not on point.
A little bit out of control. Free kick situation for Huron. Huron will try and work it downfield again.
And that's kind of what we're just talking about, Pete.
Goalkeeper way out of net. And she recovers in time to get possession of the ball. That was dangerous there for Skyline.
Bansky Holland, the net for the Eagles. Good job there of getting back and making sure that ball did not take a tricky bounce and find the back of the net. Let's take a quick look at that. That's in danger area right there with Mia Long coming in. She's used to some contact from the basketball court. We've seen her several times on the CTN game of the week.
And we were talking about that a little bit before the broadcast about how these players on other sports play in other seasons of the year really to keep in shape. And with soccer, with all the running, you can't help but stay in shape.
It's awesome for that cardiovascular work, right? As well as getting that lower body, strengthen those legs. Let's see this.
There's another shot by Skyline and another score. Goal into the net for Skyline, and they lead it 2-0.
That always stops the chatter in the press box when you have a goal like that. Pinpoint pass right there. Right into the wheelhouse.
Well, just as you were scolding the Skyline Eagles for their errant passes, they get it back together again and score another goal.
Oh, no, time out. I was talking really about the Rats on their errant passes, but hey, the Eagles, they really are together as far as the pressure. Huron hasn't been able to capitalize on any of the breakaways yet, but the Eagles on the flip side truly have.
Absolutely. And back to play on the field. Again, Huron working it down and intercepted by Skyline. Trying to work another breakaway. And Huron will go back and recover that, and they'll just dump it out of bounds for the corner kick.
Well, right now, Coach Brad Ewart, at the beginning of the game, we saw him in a chair on the sidelines. Now he's up and trying to right the ship in this first half. Not the way that Coach Ewart had intended this last conference game. Especially
at the beginning of the match, he looked like he was working on his tan there.
Yeah, he was kind of relaxed, right? Maybe that caught the eye of the Eagles.
Well, regardless of what the coach was doing, the match is played on the field and with the players, and Skyline leads it 2-0 here, 22 minutes and 40 seconds to go here in the first half.
For all the Huron faithful out there, you've known that this team has fought right to the end, and several times have come away with victory in the final minute of their matches. So definitely not going to see any type of giving up going on, especially in the first half of this match.
I'll throw in for Skyline. Once again, Skyline trying those long outlet passes. See if their forwards can catch up with the ball. Nice intercept there by Huron.
Maggie Smith on that intercept.
Possession kind of passing back and forth here at midfield.
A little too strong on that throw-in. I was watching the technique. Not bad, but the idea is to make sure you're finding a teammate.
That's right. Remember, you can catch all of the action in thrilling high definition on our YouTube channel, www.youtube.org or youtube.com/ctn.org, or catch us on CTN's channel 19.
Another good job there by the keeper for the Eagles for coming up and cutting off the angle on that pass. Meal on the forward on the she was on the sprint, and that ball could have gotten to that foot. You don't want that to happen if you're an Eagles fan.
Just missed the timing by just a little bit there.
You can see it again here. Just a good play, both there by Marsh as well as the keeper. Good communication going on right now for the Rats, and this may be a good opportunity if they can move the ball around.
Nice touch by hand there by Skyline. Will be a free kick for Huron. Opportunity here for the River Rats on offense. Try and get on the board here. Less than 20 minutes to go in the first half. There's the kick. And into the net for Huron. And their first goal.
Well, that was one of our one of the senior captains, Anna Rieger, who was joined in that interview, pregame interview. One of the leading goalkeeper scorers for the Rats, showing why. I think that
nice
was just
bending action there. A little looper over the under the crossbar and over the goalkeeper's head.
bend it like that guy, because that ball was up in the air, but you saw the keeper who's been doing a great job. Basket hole for the Eagles was just in position, better placement by the offense.
Oh, good opportunity for the Rats to cash in and get on the board and into the game. Oh, ball out of bounds to be thrown for Huron.
Hey, get out of the way there, guy. Eagles making a couple substitutions. Number 4, number 5 coming into the match. Smith has been in the match, and Clement, I believe that's her first time touching the field.
Free kick for Huron.
A little push in the back there from the Eagles. Let's see if that will be called. Tremonti on the penalty, it looks like.
There's another entry pass into the danger zone, but that is over the net.
Galea with the kick. And you're right, Pete. It looked like that same type of action we saw the goal score in, just on the opposite side of the net. Just a tad bit high. Good effort. Maybe call a little of this springtime breeze.
So wind picking up just a little bit. And a nice high shot like that is definitely going to get affected by the wind.
A little knuckleball action.
Funny you should mention knuckleball.
Why is this?
The referee on the field, that is Phil Reingold. His nickname is Nuxie, because in his high school days he was known for perfecting the knuckleball soccer shot.
Now that's kind of, scoop that I expect from you, Mr.
In-depth research.
Oh, Pete squared.
Or I just made it up.
Either way, you had my attention. And knuckles.
And that's the point.
At least for us.
We'll just hope old Nuxie doesn't get in the way again.
Or find us after the game. They kicked that one out of the stadium, huh?
Well, they're going to have to get over here by us, outside of the fence, to get that one. That is under the stands. Approaching 15 minutes to play in the first half.
The action has definitely picked up from contact as well as goals. These two teams played 0-0 first match. We have 3 in the first half.
Well, it did look a little bit in the first moments of the open that they were kind of feeling each other out a little bit. And then once Skyline scored that goal, the intensity seemed to ramp up just a bit.
And to pick up on what you were saying earlier, Pete, about the time. We're late in the season. Teams, about a month back were just getting, their feet wet, to say it in a different way. But now, the ball is definitely finding the net, keeping those keepers on their toes.
And given that early springtime, they were definitely getting their feet wet.
Oh, definitely. It was not pleasant to be a spring sports participant in Michigan in 2016. It has to be a scheduling nightmare for some of these coaches. Maybe you can make up certain games, but when you have tournaments, you have teams coming in, lost opportunities to get better in a game.
Well, and these are student athletes. They've got classes to study for. They've got exams. They've got other activities that they
Proms.
do. Yeah, and things have all got to be fit in like a giant jigsaw puzzle. A save is made there by Huron. And that ball out of bounds. Possession's going to go back to Skyline for a throw-in.
Quick look at that kick there by, looks like that was like Potter on the attempt. Again, I wonder how difficult it is right now for the Huron net keeper because of the sun coming down. Some of these shots may be right in the direction of the setting sun here. I know it's a little tough on us up here on that same side as well.
Well, it's just going to continue until it drops below the tree line, which is going to be quite a bit of time from now yet. Probably not until later part of the second half will we see that sun dip below the tree line. Oh, Skyline here in front of the net. Another opportunity. Defended well there.
On that kick, I'm sorry but on that kick, Pete, it looked like the defender was screening out the keeper, which can truly be an opportunity for the Eagles.
Fortunately for the River Rats, the defender did defend well and keep the ball away from the net. Well, Rats' turn to try and drive it down the field, race for the ball. Momentarily won by Skyline, but throw in for Huron. Oh, nice passing there by the Eagles. A pass into the middle. And it looks like we had the Skyline player offsides, so we'll go back to Huron.
Caitlin Barton offsides, number 11.
A long kick downfield. Looked like a punt. Well, out of bounds, throwing for Huron.
Good job of shielding.
There's a foul there, called on Skyline. Free kick awarded to Huron.
Shawani on the foul there. Christina.
Quick look at it on replay there.
Yeah, you can see almost like the Huron player lost her footing. Maybe she was helped out there.
Or it could have been one of those, what do they call those plays in basketball? Excuse me? Or they,
a little helpful little nudge.
Yeah. Or they fake them where they're leaning into the player and then they move their weight.
Pulling the chair.
There you go. Pulling the chair. That's what I was thinking of.
Bill Lambier was good at that.
I thought Rick Mahorn had perfected that move.
Oh, they probably shared some practice secrets and got out there and applied it to my man, round mound or rebound.
More than once. He did like to lean a bit, didn't he?
Oh, I think they put a rule in because Charles Barkley used to hold the ball so long and bounce it back down. They put in that 5-second back to the basket rule just for him. Probably a lot of other rules made for Barkley too.
I think they've made rules on the golf course for him as well.
Oh, they should just ban him.
Under 9 minutes to play here in the first half. Skyline with a 2-1 lead here on CTN Sports. They took the lead. They took a 2-goal lead, and Huron came back to score to get on the board to get within 1, and that's where we sit.
And the River Rats have had good opportunities. Maybe just a hair off on some of the passing, but most of the minor penalties have been on the Eagles. Huron scored off of one of those as well.
Well, we may see some adjustments at halftime from the River Rats, trying to take advantage of that goalkeeper wandering too far from in front of her net.
She's aggressive.
Yeah. Maybe try and take advantage of that somehow.
Well, Huron's definitely taken advantage of a lot of the opponents they played. You've mentioned it several times. I mean, 8 goals when they've faced off against Monroe, 6 against Bedford. They're definitely proficient when it comes to scoring.
Pass out of bounds. Back to Huron it goes for the goal kick.
Didn't get all of that kick.
Both teams trying to control here.
A lot of headers going on out there, Pete. And as you see that, you know that there's been a lot of talk of how hard the soccer ball is and how many times young ladies take, the header and can come away with a concussion.
That long pass downfield right into the hands of the Skyline goalkeeper.
The Huron defenders have been busy. Megan Smith.
Think we'll ever see the ban of the header in soccer?
There's been a lot of talk about it. And you think that it could never happen, but that's just a kiss of death when you say never. They may improve with, maybe a softer type of covering on the ball. Maybe even, dare I say, helmet.
Less conducive to concussion.
And maybe
that might be the next thing you see. The next step you might see would be a helmet. That seems to be the next logical step.
Yeah, and not like a lacrosse or hockey, football type helmet, but maybe even just the inner, the soft core of the helmet as a padding, so the head isn't taking the brunt of that force.
Well, I'm sure someone's conducting a study somewhere to see what the reduction in blunt force trauma would be for something like that. And if it's significant, I think that's something they'll probably advocate for, especially on the high school level.
Yeah, I mean, if it's going to alleviate injuries, why not explore all opportunities before you say nay?
Right. 5 minutes to play here in the first half.
Inaki coming in for the Eagles, number 7.
Deep throw in for Skyline. That's headed away and out of bounds. And it'll be a Huron goal kick.
One of these times I'm going to put the roster on the right side. I keep naming off people that are coming in for the Eagles and calling them on the River Rats. I'm just crossing it all up, but
we'll
sure.
switch sides at halftime, then you won't have to do that.
Yeah, that or somebody will find, add Kevin Mr. K.E. Bryan on Twitter and remind me, like my buddy Bo from the old hockey that we did.
Yeah.
He wasn't too pleased with our, I won't include you in on the commentary. Here we go again.
And a breakaway for Skyline down the field and chipped in for another Eagle goal. That'll make it 3-1 in favor of Skyline.
Second goal on the night for Kia Katola. And that was nice. I mean, on the breakaway, the netminder for the Rats came out, but just was, pinpoint shot there, right?
Beautiful work chipping that goal.
Highlight.
That ball past the goalkeeper.
Highlight. That should find its way on a CTN promo, I'm sure.
That was a pretty one.
Ouch. You never know what you're going to catch on a CTN game of the week. These two teams, no goals in their first match, and they are lighting up the board as we speak, and it's not even halftime.
I think we got someone asleep at the switch in the press box as the clock has not moved since the last goal.
Well, it's not Spartan Bob, but this is Huron's home.
There's an opportunity for Huron. Goalkeeper came way out of the net. Huron couldn't take advantage.
Well, some say the pole is the goal's best friend, but I like all those defenders coming to help out. Nice job for the Eagles.
Now finally that clock gets rolling again.
Stoppage of play, extra time, Pete.
Oh, we had probably about 45 seconds to a minute of extra time there. Usually that comes at the end of the half, not 3 minutes and 39 seconds to go till the end of the half.
Maybe we can zoom in and see who the Huron Athletic Director, Dottie Davis, has running the clock up there for us.
I don't know, but it seemed like they were taking a little snooze there after that goal. Or maybe they were just upset with the Skyline goal and decided to give the Riverettes a little extra time in the first half.
Hey, sometimes it may be apparent with I thought
that's Riverette Bob.
Riverette Bob, I like that. Right in front of the action there, Kia Katola coming out for a break after putting two in the net.
Well, with just a couple minutes to go here in the half, give her a break till the end of the half, then give her the halftime break, and she can come back in the second half refreshed.
Do they put their feet in ice, cool it off?
I'd like to put my feet in ice right now.
That's a big foot, too.
Thank you. It's just size 13, that's all.
Yeah, that's not small. Wow.
That's not large either. My son is 15.
These kids, man.
There's an opportunity for Huron, defended by the goalkeeper very nicely.
Great form. They're coming out and protecting the net and batting the ball away from Baskin Hall.
Well, Huron continuing the pressure here in the waning moments of the first half. An easy save there by the goalkeeper.
And you've been saying, Pete, all night how aggressive the netminder here is. And you can see cutting off the angle and anticipating that shot. Good job there.
And you got to be careful. That net is awfully big.
Yeah, it's not lacrosse size.
Under 45 seconds to go here in the first half.
Hey, I think Knuckles just showed us off some of his footwork.
Nuxie.
Man, he's going to get upset at me.
You'll see something on your Twitter feed, I'm sure. It's out of bounds. Looks like that's going to be a call going towards Skyline in the last few seconds here of the opening half. Nice defense play there by Huron.
I think everyone's ready for a quick break.
And I think everyone's looking at the clock, and that'll do it with the end of the first half. Action-packed first half, Kevin. 3 goals by Skyline, 1 by Huron. Don't go too far. We got second half on tap when we return here on CTN Sports.
I wanna go running.
But my stumpy arms are best suited for browsing a2gov.org/CTN. For real, check us out at a2gov.org/CTN.
Okay, Bob, we got it.
I'm Dana Denta, host of FYI, and you can tune in Monday through Friday at 10, 6, and 10, only on CTN.
Social media is everywhere in Ann Arbor, and so is CTN. You can find CTN on your smartphone, YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. And you can always check us out at www.a2gov.org/CTN. Hashtag us at #CTN Ann Arbor.
And welcome back to CTN Sports presentation of girls soccer here at Riverbank Stadium. Huron and Skyline was an action-packed first half. Skyline with 3 goals, Huron with 1. And we should see more of that action on hand right here, Kevin, shouldn't we?
Well, I know a lot of the Huron faithful are hoping to. Last conference game, home conference game for the Rats. And they have been putting up goals, and they're definitely going to have to get back into the history chest and try to pull some of them into this match if they want to get back in it and end their season on a high note at Riverbank Stadium.
Well, each team got instruction and adjustments at halftime. We will see if those instructions will work for either team.
And a great job there by Hallie Baskar Howell, who's the keeper for the Eagles. She's been very aggressive coming out, cutting off angles for the River Rats as they come on the attack. That's a different kind of throw in, right? Kind of a roll-in, really.
Yeah. Well, whatever works.
Traditionally, the Rats have been fast starters. This is going to have to be a thing they may not be accustomed to as far as coming from behind. And as I speak, Pete, here we go.
Crossing pass into the middle, headed away by Skyline. Nice play there by the Eagle defender. And conversely, nice play by the Rats to get the ball down the field and get that crossing pass.
Good opportunity, but better defense by Cameron Boyd.
A goal kick intercepted. An errant pass by the River Rats. They recover.
Well, just on body language to begin the second half, the Rats are coming out a little bit more spirited in their play.
Another race for the ball.
A lot of races that Mia Long will win.
Pass right in front of the goal and picked up by the goalkeeper. Threat averted for the Eagles.
We mentioned in the first half, Pete, how the Eagles' defense line have come back and really supported the net keeper as far as, taking care of those bouncing balls right in front from those passes, just like we just saw.
Opening moments of the first half here on CTN Sports. I'm Pete Poyer along with Kevin Bryant. Hope you're enjoying all the action here. Another pass out of bounds. Throw in for Huron.
Well, you can definitely hear that the chatter on the field is picked up as well.
Huron getting more aggressive on offense in this half. So, and obviously them down 2 goals, they know they've got to get some goals to get back in this match.
And it's one at a time, and you know that what the score is, but that one goal would definitely cause some pause for the Eagles and understanding that the momentum would be shifting.
Well, and the Rats have got to make sure that they keep up the pressure.
Long just clearing a defender out there.
Well, ball directed toward the net, but not on goal.
Got to keep up with her.
A nice defensive play. Knock that ball away.
Number 8, Katola, has been the leading scorer for the Eagles, and you don't want to give her another opportunity. One more, and it's toss some hats out on the field, Pete.
Skyline will get the throw in. A close call there. Those girls nearly butted heads there.
And those are the plays that we were talking about as far as the amount of force coming in on the ball when the header's there by the Eagles. I mean, that's not a soft ball coming in. That's a hard collision, I would say. And there's another kind of collision.
That's a close call. Oof. 34 minutes to play here in the second half. Lots of pressure by the River Rats so far in the second half. But they have not been rewarded with a goal yet.
And very good energy from both teams. Specifically, though, when you're starting talking about how efficient the Eagles have been, they've taken good care, and when their opportunities open up, they found the net.
There's a whistle and a stoppage of play. Looks like we have an offside call on Skyline. Oh, free kick awarded to Huron. There's a big shove there. Another whistle call.
Was that a shove? I don't know. That looked a little floppish. You think? You think that was?
Well, I think I'd call it both players going for the ball.
Yeah.
And one player clearly got in the way of the other player on her way to the ball. But the referee's got to call something there.
That was a lot of contact. And you tell me. I mean, yeah, the defender for the Huron is a little off.
There's a little arm action there.
I like the way that the Eagles player put her hands up like, not me, not me.
Right after the arm went out, it went out.
Yeah, that's a little gamesmanship.
Knocked out of bounds by Skyline.
One of the captains there for the Rats, Melissa Newman.
Throw in for Huron.
Psyched your mind.
We'll reset it, throw it in again. There's an entry pass. Doesn't quite get there, defended by Skyline.
The Rats definitely applying some pressure by keeping possession of the ball now. Oh, nice tackle there. Nice.
Eagle throw-in on the substitution.
Emerson in for the Eagles. Be careful there. That kick was head high almost there. Mia is a very strong player.
She's obviously athletic. You can tell that just by watching her run on the field.
Some folks
She
just
can
have it, you know.
Stop the ball and control it with her feet.
But does a great job of positioning her body at the same time.
Oh, lots of pressure by Huron. No real strong shots on net as of yet, but yeah, really controlling the ball down deep in the Skyline territory.
And the Eagles on the flip side of that are doing an awesome job as far as shutting off all the opportunities that the Rats are trying to mount. Definitely a lot more pressure being applied at the start of this second half than we saw the entire first half for Brad Ewert's team. River Rats are definitely trying to make do with their possessions. Still not, as you mentioned, Pete, clean shots on goal, though.
Well, but Huron is doing everything you could ask for in this half as far as applying pressure in the offensive zone. You have to believe that you're going to get your opportunities as long as you continue with that pressure.
Definitely putting themselves in a good position.
Ball's going to go all the way to the goalkeeper.
Number 1 is our unnamed player for the River Rats. Well, at least on our roster we don't have her, but she's been playing very well.
Pretty common occurrence in high school rosters. You bring somebody up from JV.
Especially this time of the year, I'm sure.
Late in the year, you want to get a JV player who's improved a lot during the season to get a little varsity experience and maybe some playoff experience too if they've really played that well. There's the corner kick.
A little bit too much pepper on that one.
Booted away by Skyline.
Oh, almost got away there from the keeper. And as you say, Mia Long, just her natural instincts just take over. She doesn't think, she reacts.
Well, a good example of always keep your eye on the ball.
Yeah, don't give up on a play, right?
Never know when an opportunity can present itself and give yourself an easy scoring chance.
A lot of switching of the apparatuses out there. Do they do the deflate gate check on this sport? Do they check the ball pressure?
There's a scoring opportunity over the net for the Rats.
Maybe your buddy Knuckles or
Nuxie
can bring us up to date on if they
we'll try and
check
get a
the
ruling on that
pressure
for
on
the next
all
soccer
the
game
balls.
we
Yeah,
do.
nice.
Will be my summer homework assignment.
Mr. Nuxie. Sounds like he should be on Boardwalk Empire or something like that.
That's Nucky.
It's close.
And Nuxie was Phil Negro.
Oh, okay now.
That's probably why you're thinking, I've heard of that before.
Oh, I can just hear the Google machines going off. Who's that Phil Negro, Dad?
How about him and his brother Joe?
And one-pitch wonders, right? And
very successful.
Very successful. That was when you could show up to the game and go up on the mound and have a little bit of grease on that.
Somewhere on your person.
Just need to get a little extra grip on that.
A near miss there for Huron.
Hallie is everywhere for
yeah.
the Eagles. She's going to have some bruises as well, but she's
Well, you really can't argue with the effort that the River Rats have put out in the second half. They just have not been rewarded.
Well, a couple of these balls are, if they keep up the pressure and they're definitely keeping up the possessions, you would think that something's going to bounce their way.
Have a whistle and a foul. This is going to be free kick for Huron. Another opportunity down in the Skyline zone. There's a shot directed right on net, but right in front of the goalkeeper. Easy save to make.
Not a lot of bending on that ball there.
No. We had a perfect angle for that. We could see that it was very straight.
Yeah. Not a lot of action, because if that ball is turning a little bit, you saw the Rats are converging.
Looking for the header to knock it in. 25 and a half minutes to go here in the second half.
Do we have any bicycle kickers out here?
That's a great question.
Yeah, because I mean
that's a question for the coach.
Okay. Maybe we'll get him off of the chair there. Ask him. Oh.
A near miss there for Long, and another shot over the net. Just needed to be a little bit more under control, and that ball would have been in the net easily on that second opportunity there.
Yeah, Long actually set up that with, coming in. She kept the ball right on the turf, but you're right, the replay of or the rebound had a better opportunity, but it looked like it was just rushed a little bit.
As a look at these two shots here, there's the first one, and you see the second one goes back right to the Huron player, but just a little bit too much mustard on that shot and over the net.
A lot of open net there. A lot of open net.
A goalkeeper out of position after that first shot. It looks like she was just trying to get it under the crossbar, trying to make sure it was out of even a defender's reach.
But as opposed to just reacting, she really tried to position it in there. And sometimes, I'll relate to something I understand. When you're trying to, as opposed to throwing, you're aiming.
Right.
And as that sometimes will get you in trouble. Just let your ability take over and stop thinking so much, as a coach would say. I heard that a lot.
Just put the ball on the net. It's got to be inside the square to score. So if they make the save, then kudos to the defensive team. But you got to put it inside the square for it to go in and count. Well,
it's similar in basketball. Sometimes you see an open person and they'll take some time and they'll reset their feet when they have a little bit extra time, and they're out of rhythm.
I know I always felt I shot the ball better when I was moving as opposed to set shot. I couldn't hit free throws for anything.
Well, another example.
Jumpers, no problem.
Well, you think about how many times you get on the foul line and you're shooting a technical shot and you're like, oh, wow, everybody's watching me now. How different that is from just a normal free throw.
Right.
I mean, you start listening to that little guy in your head a little too much. Sometimes you have more than one in your head.
For some of us, yes.
There's counselors for that.
Help can be had. 22:45 to play in the match. A nice cover up in defense there by Huron. Really, most of this second half has really been played all in the Skyline end.
Definitely, and Huron has had maintained possession and utilized that possession for opportunities, but again, great net play by the goalkeeper and the entire defense for the Eagles so far to keep this two-game lead or two-goal lead.
Well, all the Rats can do is continue keeping up the pressure. Hopefully they can cash it in. And that pass directed right towards the goalkeeper. Easy cover up there.
Not sure about that kick. Boy, great defense there out of the Eagles, number 2, Taryn Emerson. Not allowing the River Rat player to get anywhere.
Ball out of bounds at midfield.
A little confusion going on there of whose possession it was.
Quick throw in for Skyline.
Somebody's going to be mad at Nooksy.
Quick cover up there by Skyline defense. Or rather, the Huron defense, rather. The sun starts to dip below that tree line. We're getting close to sunset here.
Nice orange, almost sunset we have going on here. Here we go.
Opportunity for Huron, just wide of the net. And the Huron player knows she kind of missed a golden opportunity there. Nice play by the River Rats, just again, close but no cigar.
Well, Anna Rieger has the only goal for the Rats, and she knows that was an awesome opportunity that she just missed. And that's the second one, as you say, Pete, on several possessions that the Rats have had awesome shots. Great kind of screen there by Long for taking out the goalkeeper out of the net.
Once again, Huron.
There you go.
Searching. And finally, they get it. They get a goal. And they'll make it 3-2 in favor of Skyline. 19:42 to go here in the second half. Finally, the River Rats are rewarded.
Jessica Baker, the junior, with the shot and goal. And we were saying, Pete, the Rats are just knocking on the door, and continually putting pressure on. And that was a long goal to find the short side. A lot of the shots have been trying to go high. And now that one goal makes it a one-goal contest, and you definitely can see the entire pressure is on the Eagles. Even though they still have the lead, the entire possession of the second half, Pete, has been totally owned by the River Rats.
Well, now what you've done is now you've made the Eagles feel like they've got to do a little bit more on offense now. And with Huron, that just gives them a charge of energy as we see Long down the field and puts that.
Was that off?
Just wide of the net.
Oh, what frustration
Probably by
Mia
6
Long.
inches.
Oh, she knew she had that, and you can see the frustration all on her face, the body language. Mia, you've been playing well, and I'm sure it'll come back again, but wow, what an opportunity missed. Great toss in, but here again you see the balance of Long, and she just shreds the defender. Oh, Pete, I'm telling you, that was too easy to miss. She wishes she has that back. what you were saying, Pete, at the beginning of the second half, Brad Ewald, he definitely was sharing some words of his frustration out of his River Rats play in the first half. And this entire second half, it definitely came out more spirited, a lot more energy, as well as keeping possession of the ball.
Better passes, more control. It's been all here on this second half. Under 18 minutes to play. A little pressure here by the Eagles.
Pretty much their best opportunity in the second half. Oh, Emerson, nice footwork.
Yeah, nice defensive play there. Quick Skyline throw in, trying to get a fast break opportunity. And Huron will defend it away.
Smart to set the defense by pushing it out there. Very impressive play out of this player here, number 2. She's shown very good wheels and control of the ball.
There's a shot that's wide of the net. Certainly after that second Huron goal, you feel the intensity really picking up.
Kind of woke up the Eagles, right?
Yeah, it seemed like they were kind of sleepwalking this secking half. Maybe they were just sitting back, having the 2-goal lead. Maybe they figured they could just defend their way to a victory. Really, I don't think they feel that way now.
No, and they're pretty much riding the coattails of a good goalkeeper so far as coming up and really stymieing the Huron efforts. But, of course, that extra goal that makes it only a 1-goal contest, you stop looking at the clock on the score and you start focusing in on the score itself on the scoreboard if you're the Eagles.
Under 16 minutes to play in the contest. And the Eagles are going to have to start asserting themselves here a little bit on offense to take the pressure off their defense.
Well, yeah, and give their defense a break. At least just put the ball in the Huron end. Because for the entire second half, or the first half of the second half, the ball was totally on the Skyline side.
Absolutely.
Substitution, number 19, Marshall Potter.
I have never in my entire broadcasting career heard a more quiet and nice PA announcer. Are we at a golf match? It sounds like he's whispering each time we have a substitution coming in. Or mumbling. One of the two. I'm trying to...
Maybe he needs to work on being a little bit more demonstrative. Is that what you're trying to say, Kevin?
Speak into the mic. Now there's a nice kickoff. I like that. And even since that last goal there, Pete, you can see that the Eagles defenders are definitely finding their man, and they are sticking to each other a lot more closely.
Well, Huron down deep in Skyline zone again. That's over the net. So we'll get a goal kick from Skyline.
Substitution, number 17, Melissa Newman.
I have to say, Kevin, I have to agree with you. I've heard some more demonstrative PA announcers in in my career.
Maybe he's dialing it in, you know, last game of the year.
I mean, dialing it down?
Oh, that's a lot better term. Some would say mo better.
I'm sure he's trying his very best. We're just poking a little fun at him.
As we do everyone.
Just about.
Substitution number 6, Sydney Thornville.
It's close to a handball there.
Nice passing there by Skyline. Back over to Huron as I say that.
Oh, number 1's a scooter, boy.
Now you get the scoring opportunity, and a kick directed right at the goalkeeper. Easy save to make.
Melissa Newman again on the try for the Rats. But number 1, I tell you, she's come up, and if she's a JV person that's on varsity now, number 1, you got some good wheels and good pinpoint passing. Again, the pressure has been all applied by the Rats this second half.
12 minutes to go in the match. Skyline with the slim 3-2 lead.
Mass substitution going on for the Eagles now.
Don't forget, Kevin, to remind everybody to check us out on social media, on our YouTube channel, CTN Ann Arbor, and as well as on Facebook and Twitter.
And each time that you're watching those games on YouTube, please, 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 I tell you, look at that big red button that says subscribe. Because each time that you do, you will get notifications like I got last week, Pete, when you and my man Nick were calling the lacrosse game. Awesome. You don't even have to think about it. We'll tell you when to tune into the game of the week.
I like it. As a famous person once said, I like it a lot.
A lot. We date ourselves so much up here. Uh-oh, now this is going to be a free kick, right? Oh, got the old yellow card. Finally, a lot of action, contact going on out there. Long was tripped up by the Eagles, and maybe we can see it here. She does have possession, and ouch.
Oh, dangerous opportunity here for Huron once again. There's directed right at the goalkeeper, and she makes the save.
Again, that was Jessica Baker, I believe, triggering, and she had found the short side of the net with that low shot prior. Maybe going too much to the old wheelhouse.
Well, you got to make the goalkeeper move with so much area to cover in that net. If it's directed right at them, and it's pretty easy for them to make that save. Under 10 minutes to play here in the match. Nowhere near to get that pass from Skyline. It's kept in on the Huron side of the field. And a great opportunity there for the Eagles, just wide of the net.
And you were just mentioning you want to move the goalkeeper, and that was a great shot there as far as trying the angles. Clement, number 5. Anika, wow, very close.
Just a bit outside.
Yes, sir.
Long trying to get through the Skyline defense, can't do it.
Not for lack of effort. Her motor just keeps going and going and going. Energizer Bunny style. Right now for Coach Ewald and the Rats, there's not a lot of defenders back there on passes like that. One missed opportunity, and Skyline could pretty much close the game on this match with another goal.
Well, the Rats got about 8 minutes to do something about it. Out of bounds, Huron throw-in. Can't get it on the side of the field, out of bounds. It'll go back to Skyline.
Tight corner there, really couldn't get the ball into play. It's one way of matriculating the ball downfield, right? Continue to allow it to go out.
Huron defender covering up there. Another shot directed on it. And just wide of the goal.
No,
they're going to call that a goal. It must have gone through the net, Kevin.
That was an amazing shot to work.
Now that ball went through the net.
Did they call it number 5, Mendel? I thought it was number 3 on the goal there to work. Let's see this. Wow, what an angle.
Oh, there it is, right in the net.
Yeah, somebody just forgot a twisty tire. That ball would still be in the net. And just as we were saying, that might do it for the Rats. I mean, a 2-goal lead with this amount of time left on the clock. The Eagles are doing themselves, putting themselves in the position with districts beginning next week. They are on fire, Pete.
All 4-2 lead for the Eagles. 6:15 to play in the match.
Well, you were mentioning when we were looking at the records that both teams, they're pretty much, you know, they played a 0-0 match earlier this year. They're evenly matched as well. When you're talking about the records and looking at the teams that they've played, they have similar results. Tonight, though, it just seems like the opportunities that the Eagles have had, they've done a better job of capitalizing and finding the net.
Another opportunity for the Eagles, and save made.
And time is not on the River Rat side now.
A lot of pressure on Huron at this point. Here's a look at that attempted shot here on the replay.
Yeah, that was easy compared to that last cross angle shot that found the corner of the net.
A long centering pass. Now the goalkeeper comes out to grab that. Threat averted. Huron knows they're going to have to keep up this pressure.
Well, it is the last home conference game. They have nothing to lose, so letting it all out. Number 21, another young player on the River Rats that we don't have a roster name for, but kind of took a tumble there. And you tell me, Pete, was that a soccer flop?
No.
Okay. You heard
in
it here
professional
first.
soccer, she'd have been on the ground
Rolling
for
still.
10 minutes, looking like somebody had taken her out with a sniper rifle.
WWE style, right? Well, it's got to be frustrating if you're on the River Rats offense because they've had a lot of possessions and no goals to show for it.
A lot of close calls. This could easily be tied at 4.
Several times where the Huron attack just sailed just high, long, or Mia long, coming out just inches away, as you mentioned.
Sun starting to dip below that Ann Arbor skyline, tree line.
I mean, wow, that is a sunset to put on a postcard if you're from the town, right? Right over Riverbank Stadium, home of the River Rats, and you get this nice orange sunset. It's right behind that beautiful scoreboard or press box. It's nice. We got a great view over here, though.
3 minutes to play. Waning moments of this match. Now Skyline took a 2-0 lead. Huron came back, made it 2-1. Skyline scored to make it 3-1. Huron really putting a lot of pressure on in the second half. Got a goal to make it 3-2. But a late goal by the Eagles here have really knocked the wind out of the sails of the River Rat players at this point. Just 2.5 minutes to go here in the match.
It was just really capitalizing on the opportunities. The Eagles did an awesome job today, and Chris Morgan, the coach for the Eagles, has to be pleased going against a crosstown rival to come up with a W is always nice, especially this time of the season, to build upon for the postseason run.
A race for the ball downfield. Contested and knocked away by the Huron defender. Well, we'll have a throw-in for Skyline. Under 2 minutes now.
Megan Smith with some good hustle there for the River Rats to avert that breakaway because there was a pair of Eagles on that breakout. That's to take a little bit more time. You go all the way back to the fence before the throw-in, right?
A little long shot, crossing. This is not what the Rats need now with Skyline down deep in their own zone.
I'm not sure if that one went totally out there. That was a good job there by Emerson as far as her footwork.
Under a minute now. So a really good effort here by the Eagles going into the playoffs. Equally, really, almost as good effort by the Huron River Rats, just didn't get paid off in the goal. But really, a well-contested match by both teams.
Both teams showed up, played well, but the opportunities were definitely capitalized by the Eagles. And I keep going back to the strong net play because there were some shots on goal, but the keeper for the Eagles did a great job coming out and doing some good blocking.
Well, final seconds are ticking off the clock. And that's going to do it for this match as the clock counts down to 0. Skyline is going to come away with the 4-2 victory on the road here from Riverbank Stadium. We're going to take a quick break and be right back with more right here on CTN Sports.
And welcome back to Riverbank Stadium. I'm joined now with Kai Katola. I'm excited for your two-goal effort tonight. Good job.
What is some of your final thoughts on this game?
I think it's one of the best games we've had. We've connected well as a team, and our effort all showed tonight.
Well, looking forward to next week's game in districts. You think you guys are ready for that big match against ranked Saline?
We can, yeah. It's not impossible. We can do it. Very good team, so a lot of potential there.
Well, perfect. We enjoyed having you on the CTN Game of the Week, and congratulations again on an awesome win.
Thank you.
And thanks, Kevin. I'd like to thank all the people that make this production possible. Our director, Rob Cross. Audio and replay by Jake Amber. Graphics by Carl McCoy. And our camera people, Jason Broniak, Nicole Smid, and Rich Mousseau. And for Kevin Bryant, this is Pete Poyer. Once again, the final from Riverbank. It's Skyline 4 and Huron 2.